Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. And for starters, I would like to apologize for missing my stream Tuesday. I was under the weather a little bit. I had a really bad migraine, so I couldn't really bring myself to start my stream. But for those of you who are first joining or who have been watching this with me for a while, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Owo's Corner, my own little corner of art. This is my Friday stream. I stream every Tuesday and Friday around 10 o'clock, 10:30. And I would like to inform you all that I am making some really good progress on my teaser trailer. Right now, I'm currently working on some final line art for this animation, and then afterwards I'm going to color. The previous animation I did end up doing some more color, but I do need to add shadows in After Effects. That's going to be something for later. Now I am working on this scene right here. And if you watch my channel, if you see my other videos and short animations, you can tell that this was the segment of the animation that I just posted. And so that's going to be online. Now I just need to work on these other segments. And then I can color and I'll be closer and closer to being finished. Everything is coming along perfectly, coming along nicely, and it's just really nice. Like this is my first time I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys, like I drew a lot last night and the day before cuz I work from Saturday. Oop, forgot to turn down my phone. I apologize for that. I work from Saturday to like Wednesday. So Thursdays and Fridays are really my days to just focus and do my work, focus on my animations and stuff like that. So I did like some character line art. I worked on this animation some more. I finished coloring. Uh, I started doing some final line art on this animation. I've been working on another small exercise. Everything pretty much has been coming along nicely. And for those of you who may check in with my channel regularly, 135 subscribers, and I'm slowly growing. This is awesome. Honestly, this is nice. This is so fun. And I even have a friend from work. She I even have a friend from work. She does her own YouTube videos. Like I was able to well, she always had a YouTube channel. It's just like I would talk about my channel during work and my different projects. And so she was like, "You know what? I'm going to pick up my YouTube channel too." And it's been fun. She does like she does beauty stuff and vlogs. I will let me find her. I am subscribed to her. So her YouTube channel is called Bougie Vlogs by Deasia. She is amazing. She's very nice and she's also very energetic. Like I find myself watching some of her videos from time to time and she really is picking up like she's starting out just like me. So I do what I can. I'm going to link her channel in my chat, share with you guys, and check her out, give her a chance. Like honestly, yeah, give her a shot because she knows her salt. She knows what she's doing, and she's an amazing person. Like at work, she's always making me laugh, or she's always talking, and she's just so amazing. Like I'm gonna be honest, if I didn't have her as like a work friend, I'd probably have quit retail a long, long time ago. But yeah, she's amazing, nice. Give her a shot. Anyway, let me work on this animation some more. I've left you guys waiting for too long now. You guys had a whole extra day where you didn't know where I was. I bet you guys probably thought I was dead or something. It's okay. I'm not leaving that easily. I do want to lower the size of this brush a little bit because it's coming off as a bit too thick for me. Now, as far as like retail stories go, like things have pretty much been like same old, same old. When I was at work, I got a PS5 stolen from me. So I work in the electronics section, and it's my job to like handle electronics. If people ask questions, I help them out. Different things like that. And so one guy, like, he wanted a PS4 and PS5. Like, he said he was getting it for his son. So I said, you know what? Sure, whatever. I'll get this for you. I went to the case and and I got the PS5 out. And then afterwards, so I got the PS5 out and I was getting the PS4 when the dude took the PS5 from my hand. And I'm like, sir, it's company policy. Like, I have to carry it to the register. And he said, it's fine, man. Come on. And like, I just said, okay, whatever. Like, I kept telling him, like, it's company policy. Give me back the PS5. And like, he took it from me. And then he just started walking away. And yeah, he just walked out the store with the PS5. And I'm like, well, shit. So I go on the I go on the pager thing and I try to page management. I'm like, management needed in electronics. Don't nobody show up. I run to customer services and I tell the manager at the front desk, like, hey, PS5's been stolen. Like he was a big burly dude. He had a bunch of face tattoos. And then she said, just go around the corner and go to security. So I go around the corner, I go out the first set of doors. There's like a gray door with like security on it. Knock on the door, tell them that a PS5 was stolen, give him like a rough description of the guy. He had like face tattoos or whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then, like a few minutes later, like after the security guard is looking for the guy, he comes back to me and he's like, yeah, he got away. And then he started questioning me, like, how did he get the PS5 and who put it in that case? I said, dude, like, I'm afternoon crew. I didn't even know we had PS5s. Like, I'm just getting here. I'm like, yeah, there's. He wanted to yell at me like he shouldn't have like he's all like, oh, you shouldn't have let him take that PS5 and it doesn't matter what he looks like and whatever, like something else, like trying to make me seem like the bad guy, or like I should have done more. And I'm like, look, I get paid $12 an hour. That dude, he looked rough. He looked like he was, I hate to say it, but he looked, like he'd been to prison, like a rough individual. And even though I am a black male, like I'm not from I'm from a stable environment. Like my mom raised me and my grandmother helped raise me. Like I'm not from a rough environment. Like So, what were you expecting me to do? Like, fight the guy, take it back? I'm not risking my life for retail. Shoot. Moral of the story, like, if you work anywhere, it doesn't matter if it's retail or whatever. Like, if somebody steals something from you, just let them take it, because you don't get paid to defend the property. Like, you're just there to make sales. And you shouldn't be expected to put your life in danger, especially if it's not a lot of money. Like, if it's like $12 an hour, $13 an hour, you shouldn't risk your life in general. Never risk your life for your job. Just if somebody steals something or takes somebody, let them take it. And like, if anybody tries to make you seem like the bad guy, especially security, someone whose job it is to defend the premises, like, just stand your ground. Say like, you should have had more people back there with me, or why wasn't a security guard there with me in general? Like, it's electronics, people steal stuff. Just act like that and operate like that, cuz especially in retail, especially where I work, like, they are always calling people away from their roles and away from their like assigned places. Like, where I work, it's hard for them to keep people because they run them ragged. They have them doing a bunch of stuff that is outside of their role and their position. Like, you have people who are a part of maintenance who clean and do janitorial services. Like, you have them loading and unloading trucks. You don't even have like a registered lifting team. You pretty much have to call people and say, like, hey, I need help lifting this, or hey, I need help with this. Like, there's no structure. It's just everybody doing everything. And then the managers there are like horrible too. Like, they don't even do their job or want to do their job. Like, they say, you know what, I don't want to do this. Let me just call XYZ. They'll do it for me. Or like, it's just horrible. Like, really, the only positive thing about working in retail is like the occasional customer that you meet, or like the occasional nice person you see, because you do in fact see some nice people. Like, the internet is a bit overblown. Like, not everybody you meet in retail, not every customer is like some Karen or some belligerent yelling dude or woman. For the most part, people are like kind or even as socially awkward as you. So like, you are gonna meet some nice people, cute couples, kind people in general. Like that, like, if I not if, because I am gonna find a better job. Like, I'm doing a bunch of stuff. But like, when I find a better job, like, I might stay. I'm definitely gonna go part time. I'm not gonna stay full time. And I'm definitely gonna renegotiate my hours. But like, for all the people I meet in retail, like, there are actually some kind and good people. And like, that is, strangely enough, what I kind of look forward to when I work, is the chance to meet like nice and good people, and to hear people talk about, their stories, or like the little things. Like, the Wednesday before I got off, there was this woman that came in. She was looking for like a generator. She's like, and she came in at like, it was damn near closing. Like, there was only like 2 or 3, 4 minutes before like I got off the clock. And once it's 11, like, they don't accept any customers. Like, you got to be out by like 11, maybe 11:15 at the best. And there was this woman, she was looking for like a generator. She was talking about how like, oh, her power went out and how like they knocked out the power and she's been running on her car battery. And like I had gotten out like the little app that we use to find stuff. I looked up generator. I found that we had one generator that was left in stock. And like I'm going in the back rooms like, hey, does anybody have an L card? Does anybody have XYZ? Can somebody help me with this customer? Everybody else left. And I'm like, you know what? But you know what? I heard my grandmother in the back of my mind. She was like, Moby, don't leave this woman. Like, you know you can clock out, but you can't leave this woman high and dry. So like I managed to find an L card, like I took some stuff off of it, push it up front, asked somebody to help me lift the generator. Nobody came. I channeled my freaking high school weight training classes, bent down on my knees, lifting with my legs, picked up a generator, put it on the L cart, and I rolled it to the register back where I was, and I rung her up, and I rung up all of her stuff, and like, and I was about to help her to her car, but like management was like, nah, you can't do that. Like, just clock out. And I'm like, okay, but like, she's taken care of. She was able to get her generator, and I'm happy I helped. And it's really like moments like that that I really don't mind is like the chance and the ability to help people in need. Like for all the negative things that could happen, may happen, it's the chance and the ability to do good and do right by people is what I personally love and just enjoy. And yeah, now I'm just working on this, doing this animation like, and I do think that I'm getting more and more acclimated to my work schedule cuz like I have been able to work on other projects and do other things before I go to work. And sometimes I even like use like my breaks or my lunch to like apply to different jobs and do different stuff that I can. Cause like I try to do everything. I work while I work. Sometimes I even like to I bring my sketchbook to work and sometimes I like to, draw my coworkers or draw like different things, customers like that. I'm actually working on like I'm probably not gonna post it because like I don't want it to be like a I don't know like an autonomy or like some sort of violation. But I am working on like art for my coworkers. Like I did say, you know what? These guys are entertaining. Let me draw some art of like the managers and like some of my coworkers. That's what I'm gonna do is like I have this one coworker, like she's always walking around and she's always pacing. So like I'm working on a piece of art where it's like a little cartoonized version of her and she's just like walking around. I have like another manager. Well, he's not really a manager. He's more like a supervisor where it's like He has dreads and he has like a top knot dread, and like he wears a face mask, but he's like very emotive and expressive, and he's always barking orders isn't the correct word, but like he's doing his job, managing and supervising, and like getting people to do stuff. So like even though I don't have, hmm, I'm not gonna say I don't have time to do my art, but like even though I have to reacclimate my time for my art, I'm still finding inspiration for my work, which is kind of ironic, and it's kind of funny cuz like one of my fears as I got into this job was like, "Oh, I won't have time to do XYZ. I won't be able to draw. I won't be able to do this or that." But like as I have continued to work and do things and even find time like in that hour before midnight, I do find time and I do find like inspiration and space to do things and work on things. And shoot, if I'm being honest, I even network with my customers. Like, I just get into like general conversation with people, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is just an in between. I already graduated." Like one of my coworkers, he's working on a book, and he asked me to do like the book art for it, the cover art for it, and I've been working on that. I've had customers who have looked up like my Instagram or my YouTube channel. I just overall have learned how to network, and like just I've learned how to talk about things with people, because before, and I think I said this in like a previous stream or whatever, but like before I viewed networking as taking advantage of people or like using them. And as I have continued to actually network, I've sort of shifted my perception of it. Like, I just tell people what I do and I tell people what I enjoy. I say, hey, I'm a streamer. Hey, I like to animate. I'm working on a teaser trailer. I do XYZ. This is just an in between. I have my degree. And like, it's to a point where it just comes natural to me. And obviously, coming from a more humble background and humble upbringing, it's like I'm almost raised to not talk about myself or like not think highly of that sounds negative. But what I'm trying to say is my grandmother, and by extension my own mom, they raised people with the mindset and mentality that you're not better than anybody. Like I will always have that in the back of my mind. I will always say that I'm not better than anybody. Like everybody has their own specialty, everybody is beautiful, and everybody is a wonderful person. I'm not better than anybody. I'm not any more deserving than anybody else on this planet. I will always say that. But at the same time, with that sort of upbringing, it has been hard for me to sell myself because I'm almost too humble. Like, I almost don't like to talk about myself or talk about my projects or what I do because it's like, oh, that's improper, that's impolite. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't say that. But then it's like, as I socialize and learn more and do more, I'm like, no, you should talk about yourself. You should share your interests with people and your skill set. Because even if they might not choose you for that job, at the very least, that person has you at the back of your mind because you don't know what that person is going to say or share. You don't know if that person is going to look into your work or they might need a job for you in the future. For all you know, that person may be married to like a big businessman or may have like siblings or an aunt or uncle that needs like a video edited or a graphic for like a brochure or something like that. You don't know. So when you tell people your skill set, what you're good at, and even getting into a familiarity with people, like that is a good and beautiful thing. Like how I view it is instead of networking, almost act like you're making a friend. Like that's how I choose to perceive it is like my customers, coworkers, I'm almost trying to become friends with them. And so in that, I share with them my skills, my aptitudes, other things like that. And that's how I've personally been able to shift my perception of networking as, oh, I'm using someone to get a job to, no, I'm just getting the word out and I'm sharing my skills and interests with people. And that's sort of the mentality I've taken. And honestly, it really helps. So, for those of you who are wondering, asking questions, what have you, I am working on scene 5. I'm doing some line art for this scene. Essentially, what's going on is this is gonna be sort of like the witches. It's sort of hard to segue from like giving life advice. It's sort of hard to segue from giving life advice on networking to now talking about my show. But like, yeah, it happens. Like, I'm not that sporadic of a person, but it does feel kind of awkward for me to like segue from topics. Anyway, I'm doing some line art for this scene, and essentially to go over what's happening in it. Uh, there's sort of like this portal energy, whatever. It's flying around, zooming around past. It flies up in the sky, and then it crashes down. And then from that, you're gonna see a table form. And this is sort of like the round table where the witches do their talking, organizing, planning, their meeting or whatever. And you're gonna see as chairs begin to form. And essentially the chair is going to spin and spin, and you're going to see like, and it's going to spin for a while, and then afterwards you're going to get an animated zoom out of all these chairs and then a zoom back in. and you're going to see the table and the number 13 appears on it. And then it's just and then I plan on like in After Effects and like either Premiere Pro or After Effects, it's going to linger on that 13 and then it's just going to fade. And then that's going to be the end of the teaser trailer. And like all I can say is just wow. Like this is like a few months in the making. And it's honestly exciting to see myself round this up and like slowly begin to put the finishing touches on it and just complete this project because this has been almost, gosh, like maybe I don't want to say it's been a year in the making, but it's been like 5, 6 months that I've worked on this, if I'm being completely honest. It's been a long time coming, and now that it's coming to a close, I can only imagine what else can be done with this from this. Like after this teaser trailer releases, I can start crowdfunding and crowdsourcing. I can get a team together, work on a pilot for my show. I already have like two friends who are writers, and they're actually really good writers. Dang, I got lost in thought. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I have like two buddies who are writers who I talk with regularly, and I'm thinking of getting them to help me with like the overarching story. I do have some friends from college. They're some pretty good animators. Like their backgrounds are amazing, as are their like animations and other projects they've done. And I'm thinking of maybe getting them to help me with this cuz like that's the whole thing is when you are an animator or just in the creative space in general, it is hard for you to make your debut or like get on the scene. You usually have to like have a big project or have like a bunch of little projects that a bunch of people can look at and sort of gauge your skill. But I do think that after I get this team together, get the right funding done, what have you, and work on this pilot, this can not only be my debut, but a debut for my friends, my colleagues, people who I've known personally. And this could open doors not merely for me, but for them as well. Because it is hard. Like what they say is true. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And I just wish that I had my networking skills that I had. Well, not my networking skills. I'd say that my skills when it comes to networking have always been the same. It's just I sort of wish I had the perception I have now as I did in the past. But even for that, like I have friends, like I have colleagues that I know personally that I can get in touch with, which is amazing. And I'll be sure to contact them at a later date. Once this is done once this gets a few views, I'll say like, "Hey, I have this concept for a show for a world. I've been streaming it somewhat regularly. Would you guys like to work on this project with me? I can crowdsource, I can crowdfund for it. You'll get paid. Don't worry about it." But I am definitely gauging myself as well as gauging the project because I am trying to be really careful with this. Like I want to be really careful with this project because even me talking about this, I still remember like 14 and 15-year-old me like I was Icarus. I was flying too close to the sun. Like I wanted this big project where I animated a music video, but it was just gonna take me too long and it wasn't gonna get done in like 3 months time. So like, and I got a bad grade for it because I had told my professor, no, she wasn't even a professor. Like I had told my teacher, like, hey, I have this idea for this big animation. I want to do it. I'm gonna spend an entire semester working on it. And when it came time, my passion and my skill, my passion was writing checks that my skill couldn't cash, at least for the time. And like I said, I could probably animate a music video now, just choosing not to because I have other projects I'm working on. And if I'm being honest, that's what really inspired me to make that video. I made a video about like working on big projects and now you have to like gauge the project and not be overconfident. That was really what was eating at me at that time cuz when I at first decided to do this animation to do the teaser trailer, that's what sort of stuck out is my past experience and is sort of my shortcomings. But honestly, yes, anything and everything can be a learning experience for you. You just have to take a moment to think and take care in what you do and what you're choosing to implement. You have to be careful. Don't fly too close to the sun. You can fly to the sun. Just take your time and make sure you don't burn up. This is a lot of debris, but honestly, once it gets done and once it gets all colored and glammed up, it's actually gonna look really good. Like that's one of the hard parts, but I also think that shows the love of the craft is being able to balance the amount of detail you put into something while also having it detailed or as what's the word? While also having it as attentively looked at as possible to ensure quality because in animation, and one of the things you learn is that sometimes you don't want designs or aspects of your animation that are too detailed or too timely to animate because it can get expensive and it can slow down your process. You don't want to spend forever on an animation. That is something that you should always avoid. But at the same time, when you do have those more smaller, finely detailed animated segments that do take time and do take a lot of effort, it does show the beauty and the love for the craft that you have, which is honestly wonderful. And there are some aspects that I need to fix or slightly alter because at the time I did sort of, I don't want to say rush it, but I did want it to just hurry up and put it all together because I was taking some time. But as I go back through and I put this final line art on my work, I am going to take my time and I'm going to try and almost readjust or even recue how I go about this and try to add more and to really express my love for this craft. And I do have another video I'm working on, like an actual tips and tricks video, because I just haven't really had any ideas for, well, tips and tricks to give people. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just take a break and focus on this. Let me just focus on my teaser trailer. But like as I've continued to work, ideas have come to me and I'm hopefully I have the video done by sometime today. If it's not going to be posted today, more than likely I'll spend like the couple hours I get tomorrow to finish editing my video and then I'll post it. I forgot about rendering. Shoot. Yeah, it should only take me like an afternoon. Because I have the final audio already recorded. I have pretty much all of my footage in Premiere Pro. I just need to find some B-roll footage because I'm also working on my editing skills. The thing about editing is I'm a good editor. Okay, like I'm a good video editor. It's just when I edit for myself, This is just really bad. I'm exposing myself. I'm giving you guys reasons to unsubscribe to me. Don't unsubscribe. But like when I first started YouTube, I would just like put stuff together to get it together so I could just post it quickly. But now that I am making longer form content and work that mm, needs more needs more care, or rather because I'm spending more time on single projects and longer projects, however, that does allot me more time for editing and for bringing detail and attention to certain things in my artistic and creative process. But like at the same time, I'm almost giving myself pause because like honestly, what if I broke like that's probably one of my greatest fears is like what if I broke my hand at work? Like I I'm just going to be honest, like I was never really much of a sports player. I didn't play sports in school. I didn't play it in high school or college. Like while I am an active person, you know, I try to work out. I try to, you know, live a healthy life. I chose not to pursue a path in sports. So I've always been careful with my head and with my hands because that's how I do my craft and that's how I do what I love and what I fully enjoy. And in the work environment that I'm in, one of my fears is what if an accident happens and my hand or arm gets crushed? Or what if they force me to do something that even though it needs to be done or even though it's in my job description, it is somewhat of a dangerous matter that can result in injury. And like, what if I can never draw again? What if I can never animate again? And in my journey as an artist, as an animator on YouTube, even though I haven't achieved the success I've wanted at the pace I wanted it, like I have experienced success, but like even though I'm not moving as fast as I want to be moving, what if a wrench were to be thrown that could potentially destroy all of it, all of my hopes and dreams? And I guess I've been, you know, call it what you will, what you believe in, lucky, blessed, what have you, that I have not had any serious injuries. Like, yeah, I might move too fast or not be careful and like I scratch my hand on one of the label tags, or like I'll I'll be reaching too fast and I might bat hit my hand up against like a set of keys or whatever. But like for the most part, I've never faced like any serious long term injuries. So I guess I'll take that as a sign that, you know, I am on the right path. Because for all I know, if I was never fated to draw, to animate, to do art, then who knows? My ability to draw, to write, probably would have been taken from me a long time ago. So that's why, you know, I perceive myself as being blessed at least now, is my ability hasn't been taken from me. So I should be happy and I should look on happily at that. I just hate that it's taking me so long. I'm impatient. Okay, I'm an impatient person, and being impatient isn't necessarily a bad thing because when you're impatient, you always push and strive for more and better and better. But at the same time, impatience also has its negative sides too, where you know you might get into a doomer mindset, or you might try to overreach or do whatever, go in excess, go in surplus. So I'll say, my flaws and my skills, I'll take them in stride and I'll try to perceive them in a more beneficial or positive light, and just take care in what I can do and what I'm able to do. Hmm. This is a lot of debris. What was I thinking? Shoot, like next time I animate something like this, make sure y'all tell me to not, cause dang, this is a lot. But it's gonna look good when I finish. But after this stream, I think I'm gonna go to the mall. Like honestly, I've just sort of fallen in love with going out. Like I'm usually stuck in excuse me. I'm usually stuck in a small store, and then when I get home, even though I love animation, like don't get me wrong, I love animation. I could spend days locked in my room. I have spent days locked in my room working on some sort of project or other thing, but like sometimes I just like to get out. Like sometimes I just like to take the bus, go out somewhere, and enjoy. And honestly, after this stream, I'm going to stream. Now I'm going for 2 hours, like last time, y'all. Y'all are gonna feast. Like I saw all the viewers I got from my last stream, my last Friday stream. 27. I know what you guys want. You guys want more of me talking. Anyway, but yeah, I saw my last stream, 27 views. I'm gonna go for more longer streams, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy. Why is airplane mode on? Is my thing streaming? Can you guys see this? Okay, okay, it's on. Like I don't know why it says I have airplane mode on in that bottom right corner, but like I'm just making sure cause sometimes I get afraid. Like I get afraid that my internet might cut out or something might happen, what have you. I'm being careful, y'all, because I'm not trying to have a repeat of my streams constantly cutting out, and then I feel bad or I feel some type of way. I learned my lesson, guys. I have an Ethernet cable plugged in. Okay, let's see here. I'm actually gonna see a little ahead because I do think that, yeah, I'm almost done with the more gritty and taxing aspects. I only have what, four more frames? Yeah, that's four more frames. Hmm. You know, when I actually work on this show and I think about magic and how the mechanics and literal magic system of this world is meant to work, I'm oftentimes thinking like literally just now, I thought like, how do these characters ensure that their base of operations is private? Like, how do the mechanics of magic work? Is it like a imaginary space? Is it fake? Does it exist somewhere? It's just warded and protected from. And so, how I've sort of processed processed this in my mind is in our actual world, there is space between molecules and space between the protons, neutrons, and electrons. Like nothing is ever truly touching each other. And like electrons and protons, it's like, I mean, and the electrons and the nucleus of the cell, not the nucleus of the cell, the nucleus of the atom, they are, there actually is space between those as well. So, how I sort of imagine it is how we perceive the world around us is we perceive the atoms, but for private spaces or secluded areas, they are made through creating a barrier or a bubble through which everything else is pushed and warped around this set defined area. And in this set defined area, certain things can get in and out or can use energy to pass through and get to this sectioned off area of space. And so that is how you have private areas like this location where the witches are having their meeting. It is a private space that exists in physical space, but is unable to be viewed unless through special means. And it is a complex magic that takes mathematicians to figure out. Like Ao by himself could not do this. There's actually a member of their organization. She is second rank, so she's the second witch. And she is sort of like a colleague slash friend of Ao. And she sort of manages and maintains their base of operations. Okay, I think this frame is complete now. Oh, I missed two more. My bad. It is 11:31, so I'm making some really good time here. Okay, looks like it came along nicely. It looks pretty good, guys. So I think next I need to work on the chairs. Okay. Now I'm going to set this to about 50%. Oh, this is taking me some time. I'm just gonna stretch real quick. coming along nicely. It's starting to look pretty good. Wow, it's already 11:59. I'm almost reached my 2 minute mark. I mean, not 2 minute, 2 hour mark. My bad. I have streamed. Ooh, excuse me. Let me close to the mic. I have streamed for quite a while. I also chat a little bit. I talked a bit about the world and how things are going with me. And I'm slowly growing. Guys, 135 subscribers. I am so thankful. I'm so blessed. Thank you so much for everyone who stopped and watched my video. Maybe you leave and come back. Mm, or you watch my other videos, you watch some of my old stuff too. I'm growing, I'm constantly growing, and I'm just all in all so thankful and appreciative. I couldn't have gotten this far without any of you. And who knows, I might have something special planned for when I reach 1,000 subscribers. Or 500, who knows? Whichever happens first. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned. My teaser trailer is almost done. I'm almost done animating and working on it. This has been a long time coming, and each time I get more and more done, I get more and more excited about it and more happy. I can't wait till I make the final product and everyone just sits and watches. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. And I really tried hard. I really worked hard, and I hope people enjoy. I hope it gains traction. I hope I get some watchers, what have you. Anyway, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share even. Stay tuned for more videos and more live streams. I stream every Tuesday and Friday around noon, around 10 o'clock into noon. And yeah, that's about it. That about does it. If you would like to buy me a coffee, I have my link in the description below. I also have a Patreon. And yeah, this has been Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. And I'll see you corner creeps later. Bye.